my name is Emina and today I'm here to talk to you about robots. Robots are one single most exploited concept of our civilization, ranging from toys through movies to industry. But before that, I want you to imagine something. Imagine you're in a new or a familiar place, doesn't matter. What happens when you're deprived of your sense of sight? Once we have lost our sight, our hearing kicks in and we start paying attention to the sounds that surround us. Our sense of hearing is actually the only sense that allows orientation in all directions as opposed to sight, which, although primary, is only limited to the front of the body. Imagine then you lose your hearing as well. What do? Well, the third sense we rely on for orientation is our sense of touch, which is why we put our hands in front of ourselves when found in dark and silent space. It is our skin and our sense of touch that allow for different sensations of spatial orientation when the senses we usually depend on fail. Now, let's go back to our robots, which are mostly modeled based on us, humans. Once we gave them bodies, we needed to help them orient themselves in an unknown space. So we gave them eyes so they can see what's in front of them, and today's robotic vision is an astonishingly beautiful branch of robotics. Then we gave them ears so they could have a sense of space in all directions, not just in the front. The last remaining sense we were unable to give them is the sense of touch. Why is that? Well, for one, the fact is that both our eyes and ears are discrete, countable sensing organs concentrated on exactly one place of the body. Skin, however, is continuous, meaning it covers all of our body, and all of the skin-covered parts of the body are capable of sensing touch, without exception. Additionally, skin is soft, stretchable, and conformable, meaning it can change its shape to a certain extent without damage repeatedly. How do we then allow for a stretchable, conformable, and flexible electronic skin, or e-skin, when our traditional electronics is stiff, fragile, and rigid? How do we translate human continuous organ into a discretized electronic version that is both soft and conformable and functional at the same time? The answer is the relatively new branch of electronics called soft electronics, which allows for both electronic and mechanical properties of the e-skin. In our case, we used PDMS for encapsulation of liquid metal traces for e-skin fabrication. Pressure and strain sensors are fabricated in matrix configuration, allowing for a decreased number of wires and individual access to each sensor through additional circuitry. What I'm working on is the readout electronics and the method for accessing individual sensor measurements without interferences, known as crosstalk. Once we manage that, we can use our e-skin in many important applications such as minimally invasive surgeries, prosthetics, health monitoring, and companionship. And with our robots equipped with a sense of touch, we'll be more in touch.